EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears.
Yo, I got the stream, bro. I'm gonna send it to them. Frenchie, can you hear me? Let me know.
The Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Fields.
No, why'd you do that?
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson, connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
One for one, a lot more to go. And it'll be intercepted.
Let's go.
Kyler Gordon puts it off, and the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that block.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Fields. Jones has it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They hold it only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And it's intercepted.
Fucking go, Jalen Johnson? Know what it is?
Dropped by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal is to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. This drive has been a good mix for passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, they got the turnover, and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately, in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's got room. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 34 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A game there of 30 big ones.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the gun on third down, Fields. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They snap it to Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's Fields. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 69 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Swift going to try up the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken at about the 1. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Fields. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Michael Ojemudia. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 44. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. It's a gain of 4 there that gives them a new set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 4th down, Fields. And my goodness, another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Let's go.
I think the Bears have recovered. They have. We had the offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. On play action, Fields. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Santos with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
There you go.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Watson. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Swift. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeout?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? On play action, they'll throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Running left, Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That's complete to Mooney. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. Fields on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Levi Onwuzurike, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Fields on the sneak, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Once more, Montgomery. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Fourth down. Fields has to have this.
Let's go.
Got his man. It's caught for Chicago touchdown. David Montgomery. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit, get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson's throw going into the hands of Williams. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's Fields. Able to find Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
is on Fields. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there.